Have you ever wondered what you might need making shakers and some jewellery pieces? Well, wonder no more. I've been working with J Diction for the last 3 months putting this together, and this is a brilliant kit and contains everything that you'll need to make your own resin pieces. All you need to do is make sure you've got the right PPE and you're ready to go. So let's have a look what's inside. We'll look at that in a second, that big bundle. And as you can see, this is endorsed by me 100%. I love it. So first thing you get is you get 16 ounces of the 1-to-1 brilliant epoxy resin by J Diction, and again that has got my little name on it as well because I use this all the time and I love it. But on top of that, you also get this. You get 2 of these, which is a great little offer. These are always hard to get. You get a little silicone mat, and you get the J Diction and Steve McDonald UV resin, the hard type, 100 grams of it with a little top on it to go there. And it's not finished yet, you also get a little UV curing lamp, so you get a great deal on not only the epoxy resin but the UV resin. You also get a couple of little stirrers as well. And then look at this massive bundle. You'll be so surprised what's in here. You get 2 tubs, 1 of each, of gold and silver flakes, and as you know, I love those in jewelry. You can use those both with UV resin and the epoxy resin. You get some reusable little measuring cups, 4 of those. You get tweezers, never have enough tweezers, some cords, some earring backs, some nitrile gloves because they're always important, keyring bits, 4 pigment colours. You get a little pack of some fun sequins and bits and pieces to put in your resin, pack of glitters, a little drill as well, and we all know these are quite expensive. With the drill bits, a lot of variety of sizes. But on top of that, you also get 2 shaker molds and 2 jewellery molds. And look at the quality of those. They are absolutely lovely. So you get all this. You're going to save a lot of money. First thing that we're going to make is a couple of statement earrings. And these are becoming very, very popular as well now with people and around the world. I see it on so many different programs. And we're going to be using a little bit of the UV resin, but with a bit of colour in to start with. Poured that in there like that. And now I'm going to add a tiny bit of red pigment and then give that a little stir in. Now whenever you're using pigments, always make sure that you give it a complete stir, and this is probably the simplest technique that you can do with resin. And now all we need to do is pour that into there nice and slowly. Now don't be tempted to cure this up straight away, because what you'll find is a few bubbles will come to the top and you want those bubbles to be gone so you can burst those bubbles before you do anything. If we want to make this a statement piece, which I do, I'm going to fill this one up, but I'm going to do it in a different colour. You can clean this out one of 2 ways. You can zap it with your light, or you could just take a baby wipe like that and that'll clean that out lovely. I think we'll have blue as the next colour. You don't want to overload it because you want the UV light to be able to penetrate the actual resin to cure it up, and then give that another really good stir in. So let's pour that in there. Again, we'll let those bubbles come right up to the top. Now, if we want to do something a little bit more fancy, we can pour the resin in here like this first, and let's do this larger one as well. And these molds can be used for both UV resin and for epoxy resin as well. There's no problems with that. We get out a wonderful little tweezer set, and we can choose out of these sequins. We pop these little sequins into the resin like that, going all the way around. And we can use more than one colour. This is going to make a lovely little pendant. Now we can leave it at those. We can move that about. Make sure you're not working in an area where there's sunlight coming in, because it will cure your resin up. And now what I want to put in there is a little bit of this silver flake. Pick off a little bit, pop it in wherever you want it. Now this can be messy, it's very fine. Be careful, don't sneeze over it and don't blow on it, and don't stick your fingers in it because it will just stick to your gloves. And this is speaking from a man of experience who has done that on more than one occasion. I'm so pleased with this kit. I think it's going to help out so many people who are thinking about getting into resin, or actually are already in resin and they just want to get the kit because it's got so much in it and it's such good value. You know me, I only like to bring value to my subscribers and my viewers and my members. It's really important to me. I would never put my name to or endorse anything that I didn't strongly believe in. That's just not my style. And now I want to give that tiny bit more sparkle. And anyone that knows me knows what colour I will be going for. I'm going to be using one of these little tiny spoons that comes with it because I don't want to add too much to it. That will be enough because you know what I'm like. I'm likely to overdo it. Now I'm going to give that a little bit of a mix in. And never forget, this is the back always of your piece. And now all I'm going to do is get rid of those bubbles. And look how quickly they pop using a lighter. Never use a torch on this. You'll burn your mould. The torch is far too hot for your mould, as all of us that use resin have learned on numerous occasions. We don't need to cure these up yet. If we don't want to, we can go ahead and make some more. I particularly like this leaf here. That's a very, very pretty leaf, and I would like to make that in that colour glitter. Put a bit of that glitter in me pot. Too much. Now I'm going to add my resin to this. Give that a little stir. And then I'm going to fill that leaf up. I haven't forgotten about my little clear one here. All I plan to do with that one is add the gold leaf. Because I think there's something quite sumptuous about gold and having that in jewellery. Now we can spread that out. And before I cure that up, I didn't fill that mould up completely to the top. I'm going to pop a little bit more resin over the top of that, because that way I can be ensured that all those pieces are inside that resin. I'm going to go over it again one more time with my lighter to get rid of any bubbles. And I've not used anything that's not part of the kit apart from the lighter, but we don't want to be sending lighters out to people. And now we're going to cure that up. And it's easy to cure up. You just turn on your lamp and pop that over the top, and I would let that cure up for about 2 or 3 minutes before you demold it. Now the great thing about the J Diction UV resin, and especially the one with my name on, look, and my little picture, oh, I'm famous at last, is that it cures really hard and doesn't cure sticky like some other UV resins out there. It's a very, very good quality UV resin, and it has to be to have my logo on it. Well, these should all be cured up now. They've had about 4 minutes under the lamp. This one is a lot deeper mold, and I want to make sure the underneath is cured. So all I did was there, folded up my legs, and now I'm putting this to shine through the bottom of the mold. And that way, if there's any underneath, because this is a thicker mold, I'll only leave that shining through for probably about a minute. This is the back of the mold. So if you want to make this so it's a little bit more domed, and if like me, you're constantly sticking your fingers in it to see if it's cured and leaving fingerprint, then all you need to do is run a little bit of resin around it using the bottle like this with this top on. Now you can dome up any of them, and I dome up epoxy resin quite often using this resin, as you've probably seen me do on my videos. And then just swap your torch over that for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then that will cure up lovely, and I'll show you what they look like once they're cured. Well, these have all completely cured up now, and they've gone nice and hard. How pretty is that as a little pendant? And these are the smaller pieces. This is the one I'm going to make into a feature. Look how hard that is. And this is my little leaf. And you can definitely see the leaf shape in there, and also the sparkle. Oh, I love a bit of sparkle. I want that piece there to hang off that earring, and I want that piece there to hang off that one there. But obviously, we don't have any holes. And this is where your little drill comes in. Really, really handy. I'm going to drill quite low down into this corner there. And I'm going to put something under this. And all I'm going to be using is the small piece of board here. Then I'm going to drill a little hole there, and this will drill a hole very, very easily through resin. You need to put your hand on the top bit, which twists round, and then drill through by hand. Are we all the way through? We are. That went through really, really easily. Wipe off all that excess resin because you don't need that there. I've already put that one together, and now all I need to do is put this one together. It's really easy. You just open your jump ring, pop your jump ring through, making sure you've got the face of the next one facing the way that you want it. Close up your jump ring. And I will link some really good quality and good value for money tools in the description if you haven't already got some. And then that goes on there. Take one of your earring backs that comes with the kit, open up your next jump ring, pop that through there like that, and then bring that through that top hole, and then close that up. And there we've got 2 really pretty statement earrings. And if you want to make a pair of these, then just go ahead, and all you do is make them again and double it up, and then you've got a pair of those earrings. With the pendant, the easiest way to do this is take your cord, take a nice sized jump ring, find your hole, pop that in your hole, close that up, and then it couldn't be easier, thread that through like that. And then you've got a beautiful pendant. All that and more can be made so easily with this kit. And that's without touching the epoxy resin and also making the shakers, which I'm going to do in the next video. So there we go. That's how pretty they are on. I love a statement earring, very popular at the moment, and the pendant looks great as well. Now if you wanted to, you could turn this pendant into a keyring, or you could turn it into earrings, or you could add it as a large charm on something if you wanted to. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you check out the video that's coming up soon on how to use the epoxy resin and how to make the shakers. And I'll also do a little bit more jewellery in that one as well. So the link for the kit is in the description below. Make sure you check it out. You'll love it. Got my name over everything because you know me, don't put my name on anything unless I trust it. Hit that subscribe button and please boot the like button. Take care. Enjoy your new resin kit. Bye.